Hi, my name's Jill Galloway. I'm an artist educator at the National Portrait Gallery. In today's Drawn to Figures lesson, we're talking about how to draw the nose. Now the nose, like all of the features, has one specific place that it lands on everybody's face, and that's right in the middle. But it's hard to just draw the nose without also thinking about where the eyes are located and the mouth or even the ears, because we as human heads all fit together like one big puzzle. There's no mystery to where these things belong. In today's lesson, we're just going to focus on the nose, and we're going to start off with the very simple shapes of the nose, so you don't need to have any special experience in portraiture for this lesson. And then we're going to place those simple shapes right onto the head to make sure it's all in the right spot. The American presidents are going to be our subjects for today's lesson, so you might see some new presidents and some older presidents and presidents you haven't seen in a while, but they all have great noses. Let's check it out. The only supplies you'll need for today's lesson are a piece of paper, a pencil, and probably an eraser. Now, a lot of people get excited or nervous about making the nose because it rises up off the face, like foreshortening. But don't panic, we're going to start with very simple basic shapes and then we'll move forward from there. Now, the nose rests on the middle plane of the face. Within the face, there's an eye plane, a middle plane, and a plane for the muzzle. Notice how the eye plane and the muzzle plane angle downward, whereas the middle plane lifts up. The nose is simply a pyramid that rests on that middle plane. Now let's first talk about how to make a pyramid. A pyramid starts with one small triangle. This is the bottom of the nose. From the tip of that triangle, you'll draw a line straight up. That's the nasal spine. And then you'll just add the two side planes. The bottom is divided by cartilage called the septum. The nasal spine starts at the top of the nose between the eyes and just under this keystone shape. This shape is a really important part of the portrait. The nasal spine comes out of the bottom of the keystone, and the top two corners of the keystone mark the beginning of the brows. So the brows wrap up and over where the eyes are placed. There's really no mystery to making a portrait. It's like a puzzle. Everything fits together within the skull. The nasal spine stops halfway down the nose and cartilage takes over. This part of your nose never stops growing because it's cartilage. It's also where ethnicity is found. For the most part, people's skulls are pretty much the same, but our cartilage is hereditary. The bottom of the nose is rounded like a ball. It's easier to see on some people than others, but I like to draw the ball shape in because it includes that septum. Now the nostrils coming off the ball make up two side planes of the bottom of the nose. Note, people get confused sometimes because there's two holes down there. Don't panic, think of it this way. The bottom of the nostril, meaning the hole and the area around it, hold the bottom plane or the underside of the nose. The flare belongs to the side planes. Look for the ball shape and erase away the hole, adding the darkness where it goes into the skull. It's just a black oval. Under the nose, you can feel a bone. That's the bottom of the nasal spine. As the head turns in space, keep going back to that first simple basic shape of the pyramid and turn the shape as needed. Remember, the face is a skull, and so all the parts will always move as a unit. Depending on where the light source is and as the head turns in space, you might see one, two, or all three planes. Remember, when you're adding value, just start with the lightest, add the darkest, and then find the medium. And then you can blend all the colors from there. A great way to practice is to print off a portrait that you like, and then go ahead and draw that pyramid shape over top of the nose. We've been using our presidential portraits as our models today. Here's a selection of some more presidential noses. Noses come in as many shapes and varieties as you can possibly imagine, but they all have the basic same foundation because of the skull. So start with that pyramid shape and then change and develop it from there. You can always just grab a mirror and draw your own nose, and we would love to see what that looks like. If you wouldn't mind posting your drawings on your social media with the hashtag MyNPG, then we can all check it out. Okay, we'll see you next time.